Hello, my dear students. Through various videos, we already discussed about the logic gates, the Boolean functions, the SOP and POS expressions, etc. Right? In this video, we are going to discuss about how we can implement a Boolean function using logic gates. Okay. Boolean functions in either sum of product forms or product of sum forms can be implemented using two-level implementations. It can be implemented using two and or implementation or using two-level or and implementation. Fine. For SOP forms, AND gates will be in the first level and a single OR gate will be in the second level. And for the POS forms, OR gates will be in the first level and a single AND gate will be in the second level. Okay. Okay, now let's look into the various steps for designing the circuits for an SOP expression. Okay. The first step is implement each minterm in the logic expression with an AND gate with the same number of inputs as there are variables in the minterm. For example, if the minterm consists of two variables like AB, then it needs two input gate. If it is ABC, it requires three input AND gate. So implement each minterm in the expression with an AND gate. Okay. Then all the outputs from all the AND gates need to be ORed together with the help of an OR gate to produce the equivalent logic circuit of this given SOP expression. Okay, so if necessary, the gates can be cascaded to create gates with more inputs. Okay, so in the first level of the logic circuit, we'll be having AND gates to implement each minterm. And in the second level of the logic circuit, the output of all the AND gates will be connected to an OR gate, which produces the output of the required logic expression. Okay. Now let's look at an example. We need to design an AOI logic circuit for a SOP logic expression. Okay. In the first example, f of AB is equal to AB plus A bar B bar. We are having two literals, namely A and B. Fine. And we'll be having two min terms, AB and A plus A bar B bar. Fine. So since we are having two min terms, we need to have two AND gates, right? Two AND gates are required to implement these two min terms. Okay. So to the first AND gate, we are going to connect this A and B. So we are getting a connection from the lines of A and B. Then to the second AND gate, we need to connect the A complement and B complement. Okay. The output of each of these AND gates need to be connected to an OR gate to produce the output. Fine. In the second example, we are having two terms A, B and C. Okay. So to implement the first minterm, we are making use of an AND gate, A into B. Okay. So the second term can be treated as C into 1 or it can be simply treated as C. So if you are treating it as C into 1, then you can make use of an AND gate with C as the input and the second input as 1. Or you can simply take the C as the input to the second level OR gate. Okay, so the output from the AND gate is connected to the OR gate. The output from the AND gate and the C variable is connected to the OR gate to produce the final output. Okay. Let's look at another example. In this Boolean expression, we'll be having four literals in its domain, namely A, B, C, and D. Fine. And we'll be having three minterms. Okay. So to implement these three minterms, we are in need of three AND gates. Okay. So to the first AND gate, we need to give four inputs. Right. What are the four inputs? We need to give this A bar, B, C bar, D. Okay. And the second minterm is a three input AND gate with the inputs B, C, D bar. And the third AND gate is a two input AND gates with the inputs A, B bar. Okay. So the output from each AND gate need to be connected to the OR gate, which produces the output of the Boolean expression. Okay. Another example, in this expression, we are having three variables in its domain, namely x, y, and z. Okay. So here the condition is we can make use of only two input AND gates. We can make use of only two input AND gates. So to implement this min term, actually we need three input AND gates, but in this condition we are allowed to make use of only two input AND gates. So what we have to do? So the first two literals x bar and y is connected to the first AND gate. The output from this AND gate along with the z is connected to the second AND gate. So this gate produces the output x bar y z. Okay, and this AND gate produces the output x y bar. Okay, so this x y bar, the output from this AND gate, and this x bar y z is ORed with the help of an OR gate to get the final expression F1. Okay. So similar examples, AB, C plus C bar plus A bar C bar. Okay. So this AB can be implemented using an AND gate. C plus C bar is implemented using an OR gate. The C plus C bar into AB. So that 2 is connected with the help of an AND gate. AB into C plus C bar, right? So this is C plus C bar. This is AB. So AB into C plus C bar. So that is the output of this AND gate. Then this one is to implement A bar C. A bar C. Okay. So this A bar C plus AB into C plus C bar. So with the help of this OR gate, we'll be getting this final expression. Okay. Then this case, ABC plus ABC bar, A bar C is connected to an OR gate to produce the F. Okay. Okay, now let's look into the designing of product of sum expressions. As we know, this product of sum expressions consists of sum terms or the max terms, right? So this max terms can be implemented using OR gate. So the first step is we need to implement each max term in the given logic expression using OR gate. Okay. Then the outputs from this OR gates are then multiplied with the help of an AND gate to produce the logic expression. Okay, and if necessary, the gates can be cascaded to create gates with more inputs. Okay, so this is the procedure for implementing the POS expressions. Let us look at an example. Here we are given with the function with four literals in its domain, namely W, X, Y, and Z. Okay, some of the literals are in its complemented form. Okay, and here we are having three max terms. Three max terms can be implemented using three OR gates. Okay, so the first OR gate is a 4-input OR gate, and the various inputs are W, X complement, Y complement, and Z. And in the second AND gate, the inputs are W bar, X, Y bar. And in the third OR gate, the inputs are W and Z bar. Okay, the output from each of these OR gates are multiplied with the help of a single AND gate, which produces the final Boolean expression. Fine. Okay, now we know how to realize the logic circuits for the given SOP expression as well as for the POS expression. Fine. Now let us look into how to realize the circuits using universal gates law. The universal gates are NAND and NOR. So we are going to look into how can we implement a given Boolean expression using NAND gates alone or using NOR gates alone. Let us look into that. So a universal gate is a gate which can implement any Boolean function without need to use any other gate type. The NAND and NOR gates are the universal gates, and they are said to be universal gates because all the other gates can be created using these gates. Okay, so this NAND and NOR are called as universal gates because using this NAND and NOR we can implement all the other gates. Like we can implement the AND gate using this NAND, OR gate using this NAND, NOT gate using this NAND, even NOR gate using NAND, XOR, XNOR, all the types of logic gates can be implemented using this universal gates. Okay. So in practice, these gates are advantageous since this NAND and NOR gates are economical and easier to fabricate and are the basic gates used in all the integrated circuit digital logic families. Okay. We can implement all the logic gates using this NAND and NOR, and we are making use of this NAND and NOR because they are less expensive compared to the other logic circuits and they are easier to fabricate also. So using this NAND gate and NOR gate, we can implement all other logic gates. Fine. Now let's look into how to implement an inverter using a NAND gate. As you know, inverter means if we are giving the X as its input, then we should get X complement as its output. Fine. So let's take a NAND gate. Okay. To this NAND gate, we are connecting X as its inputs. Okay. So X is connected as two inputs to this NAND gate. Okay, fine. And we'll be getting the output as X into X, the whole complement. Okay. According to the idempotent law, we know that X into X is X, right? So X into X, the whole complement is nothing but X complement. Okay. So we are giving the input X and we'll be getting the output as X complement, which is equivalent to a NOT gate, right? So we can implement an inverter with the help of a single NAND gate. Fine. Okay, now let's look into how to implement AND gate using this NAND gate. Okay, as you know, NAND is nothing but AND followed by a NOT gate. Okay, AND gate followed by a NOT gate. Then one more NOT we'll be getting AND itself, right? Okay, so AND is replaced by a NAND gate with its output complemented by a NAND gate inverter. Fine. Let's look into that implementation. First, we are taking a two input NAND gate. The inputs are X and Y and we'll be getting the output as xy the whole complement. Okay, xy the whole complement is given as two inputs to the second NAND gate. Okay, so we'll be giving xy the whole complement into xy the whole complement, right? And we'll be getting the output as xy the whole complement into xy the whole complement, the whole complement. Okay, xy whole complement into xy complement. According to the idempotent law, x bar into x bar is x bar, right? So applying that rule here, xy the whole complement into xy the whole complement is xy the whole complement. Fine. Xy the whole complement, the whole complement. Xy the whole complement, the whole complement. According to the double inversion law, it is xy. Okay, so we will be getting xy using this two NAND gates. Okay, so this is equivalent to a AND gate. Fine. Now let's look into how to implement an OR gate using this NAND gate. Okay, so OR gate is replaced by a NAND gate with all its inputs complemented by NAND gate. So we are having two inputs X and Y. This X and Y are complemented using this NAND gates. Okay, so as you know, this NAND gate can be used as an inverter. Okay, so this X is given to a NAND gate and we'll be getting X bar. Similarly, Y is complemented using a NAND gate. Y is complemented using a NAND gate. Okay, now we have got X bar and Y bar. Fine. We are giving these two values as the inputs to the third NAND gate. What happens here? X bar into Y bar, the whole bar. X bar into Y bar, the whole bar. According to the De Morgan law, just break the line and change the sign. X double bar plus Y double bar. X double bar, according to the double inversion law, X double bar is X. Okay, so we'll be getting X plus Y. So which is equivalent to the OR gate. Okay. So we need to complement the inputs first with the help of two NAND gates. Then these complements are then passed as the inputs to the third NAND gate. Okay, to implement this OR gate, we are making use of 3 NAND gates. Okay. Similarly, let's look into how to implement an inverter using NOR gate. Okay. All NOR input pins connect to the input signal. X gives an output signal X bar. Let's look into that. We are giving X to the NOR gate. Okay, so we'll be getting X plus X the whole complement. X plus X, according to the idempotent law, X plus X is X, right? So we'll be getting X complement. So with the help of a single NOR gate, we can implement an inverter gate. Fine. Now let's look into how to implement an OR gate using this NOR gate. OR gate using this NOR gate. NOR is nothing but OR gate followed by a NOT. Okay, so OR gate followed by a NOT, then one more NOT, will be getting this OR gate according to the double inversion law, right? So this X and Y inputs are given to the first OR gate. We will be getting X plus Y the whole complement. Fine. X plus Y the whole complement is given as the two inputs to the second NOR gate. So we will be getting X plus Y the whole complement plus X plus Y the whole complement, the whole complement. Okay. So X plus Y the whole complement plus X plus Y the whole complement. X plus X, which is equal to X according to the idempotent law, right? So these terms are same. So we can take only one, right? According to the idempotent law, X plus X is X. So we are having X plus Y the whole bar, the whole bar. Okay. According to the double inversion law, X plus Y the whole bar is equal to X plus Y. That is the OR gate. Okay. So with the help of two NOR gate, we will be getting a OR gate. Okay. Let's look into how to implement this AND gate using this NOR gate. Okay. Here the inputs are complemented using this NOR gates. Implement inputs are complemented using this NOR gates. Fine. So X bar and Y bar is connected to the third NOR gate. Okay, so we'll be getting X bar plus Y bar the whole bar. X bar plus Y bar the whole bar, which is equal to X double bar into Y double bar according to the De Morgan's law. X double bar into Y double bar. So which is equal to XY. So we can implement this AND gate using the NOR gates with all its inputs complemented using NOR gates inverters. Okay, so thus the NOR gate is a universal gate because it can implement the AND, OR and NOT functions. Okay. Okay, now we know that this NAND and NOR are universal gates, and using these gates we can implement any other logic gates. Fine. Okay. If you are given with a Boolean expression or a circuit in AOI logic, we need to implement that circuit or the expression using universal gates, because these universal gates are more economical or less expensive when compared to this AND OR and inverter gates. Okay, so we are preferring these universal gates for circuit realization of any Boolean function. So we need to know the procedure for designing the circuits using these universal gates. Fine. So now let's look into the procedure for that. The first step is we need to draw the circuit for the given function using AND, OR and NOT gates. Fine. Then the second step is we need to select the type of the universal gate. The universal gate, we can have two universal gates, right? We can have either NAND or no. We can choose any universal gate. Fine. In the third step, if you are selecting this NAND gate, then we need to put a bubble at the output of each AND gate. A bubble at the output of each AND gate means it becomes NAND, right? So we are putting a bubble at the output of each AND gate and a bubble at the input of each OR gate. Okay, a bubble at each input of the OR gate. Input bubbled OR gate is equivalent to output bubbled AND gate. Output bubbled AND means NAND gate. Okay, so according to the De Morgan's law, input bubbled OR gate is equivalent to output bubbled AND gate. output bubbled AND gate is nothing but NAND gate. Okay, so to convert the given gates into NAND, we need to put a bubble at the output of each AND gate and a bubble at each input line of the OR gate. Fine. And if the selected type of the universal gate is NOR, then we need to convert the OR to NOR. Okay, so for that we are putting a bubble at the output of each OR and a bubble at the input of each AND gate. Okay, so input bubbled AND is equivalent to output bubbled OR. That is no. According to the De Morgan's law, input bubbled AND is equivalent to NOR. Okay, so we are using that theorem here. Okay, now we put bubbles. Fine. We note the lines that received a bubble in this step 3. Fine. In the next step, for each bubble that is put in step 3, put one more bubble on the same line, because the double inversion law, according to the double inversion law, two bubbles on the same line cancels that inverter effect, right? X double bar, which is equivalent to X, right? So we put one bubble means we are inverting its input, right? We are inverting the value, right? Okay, so to each bubble we are putting one more bubble. Okay, so the bubble effect will nullify here, right? Then in the next step we are replacing the input bubbled OR with NAND and the output bubbled AND with NOR, right? According to the De Morgan's law, we are replacing the input bubbled OR with output bubbled and the output bubbled AND with NOR. Fine. Now we are cancelling the double bubbles in a line if there. Okay, we put some bubbles in the step 3 and 6. 3 and 5, right? So we are cancelling the double bubbles in a line if there. Okay, because that according to the double inversion law, the two bubbles in the same line will nullify the effect. Then, and in the last step, if you're having any NOT gates or the bubbles left out, replace all the NOT gates with the selected universal gate. It can be either NAND or NOR, right? So replace the NOT gates with the selected universal gate. Fine. So this is the procedure for implementing the given Boolean expression using universal gates. Fine. Okay, now let's look into some exercises. We are given with a function. We need to implement this function using NAND gates alone. So in the final expression, we should get only the NAND gates. Fine. So let's look into the procedure for that. The first step is we need to implement this function using AOI logic and OR inverter logic. Fine. So we are having three minterms here. So we are making use of this three AND gates. Okay, followed by an OR gate in the second level. Okay, so the first step is we are implementing the given function using AND, OR and inverters. Fine. Okay, then the next step is, since the selected universal gate is NAND, we need to convert this AND to NAND. For that we are putting a bubble at the output line of each AND gate. Okay, so we are putting a bubble at the output line of each AND gate and putting a bubble at the each input line of the OR gate. Okay, so we are having three input lines. Okay, so to each input line we are putting a bubble here. Okay, then we note the lines that we put the bubble. Okay, so if we are putting one bubble at the output line, we need to put one more bubble on the same line. So here we are putting the one more, we put already one bubble, so this bubble and this bubble, that effect gets nullified. So in this case also, these two bubbles get nullified the effect of inversion here also. Okay, so the bubble effect gets nullified. Now we need to convert this OR gate, input bubbled OR gate with output bubbled AND. Okay, according to the De Morgan's law, this input bubbled OR is equivalent to output bubbled AND, that is NAND. So this is the final expression. We are having three NAND gates in the first level as well as one AND gate in the second level. So in the final expression, we'll be having only NAND gates. Okay. Okay, now let's look into another example. We are going to implement the function y using NAND gates alone. Okay, so we are going to implement this one using AOI. That is the first step. Okay, implement the function using AOI. So C plus D using an OR gate, we can implement this C plus D. Fine. Then A into B using an AND gate, we perform this A into B. Fine. AB into C plus D. AB into C plus D. Okay, now we got that. Then AB into C plus D, the whole bar. Okay, so we are making use of an inverter. Fine. AB into C plus D, the whole bar. Okay, then we need to add this output with this A. Okay, so we are getting this A and added with this AB into C plus D, the whole bar. So we'll be getting it as A plus AB into C plus D, the whole bar. Okay, so this is the first step. We implemented the function using AOI. Fine. And the universal gate that we selected is NAND. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to replace all the AND gates with and gates and OR gates with NAND, right? So we are putting one bubble at the output line of each AND gate. Okay, we are putting one bubble at the output of each AND gate. We are putting one bubble at output of each AND gate. Fine. Then we are putting a bubble at the input of each OR gate. Input of each OR gate. Input of each OR gate. We are putting bubbles. Fine. Now to the same line that we put bubble, we need to put one more bubble to cancel that effect. Okay, so we put one bubble here, right? So on the same line, we need to put one more bubble. We need to put one more bubble. So we put one bubble here. So we are putting one more bubble to nullify that effect. Fine. So here also we put one bubble. So there we are putting one more bubble to nullify that effect. And we are having one inverter here. Fine. Then here we are putting the bubbles on the each input line, right? So to each input line we put bubbles. So there we are putting one more bubble to nullify that effect. Okay, so we put that one here. Then here A, here we put one bubble, right? So to nullify that effect, we are putting one more bubble on the same line. Here we put one bubble. So to nullify that, we are putting one more bubble on the same line. Okay, so wherever we put the bubble, we need to put one more bubble to apply the double inversion loop. Okay, fine. Now the AND gates are in the NAND gate format. Fine. We need to convert this input bubbled OR gate with output bubbled NAND. Okay, so all the input bubbled OR gates are replaced with NAND gate. Okay, so this inverter, we can replace this one with NAND gate, or we can make it this one as C complement. Okay, so now we are having C complement and D complement. C complement and D complement. Okay, so this one is replaced with NAND. This one is also replaced with NAND. Okay, so what about this inverter? So since we are having no bubbles or inverters on the same line to cancel, so we are converting this inverter to the NAND. Okay, we are converting that inverter to the NAND. Okay, then in this case, we here this case also this inverter needs to convert it to the NAND. The inverter is converted to the NAND. Okay, this OR gate is converted to NAND gate. This portion gets converted into NAND. Okay, this one is already in the NAND format. Here we are having three inverters. So these two inverters can be cancelled. One inverter is left out. So that left out inverter is converted with this NAND gate. Okay, so now the final expression consists of only NAND gates. Okay. Let's look into another example. We are going to implement the given function using NAND gates. Okay, so the first step is we need to implement this given function using AOI logic, x into y complement plus x bar into z. Fine. So we are having two AND gates to implement this two minterms, and we are having one OR gate at the second level. Fine. So this is the AND OR circuit of the given expression. Now, what is the next step? We need to put one bubble at the output of each AND gate, right? And the input of each input line of the OR gate. Okay. So we are putting one bubble here and we are putting one bubble here. Here also we are putting one bubble, and the input of this OR gate, in this line here we are putting one bubble. Okay. So we are having two bubbles on the same line. So we are not adding any more bubbles. The same in this case also. Fine. Now we need to replace this input bubbled OR gate with NAND gate. Okay. Now we got the NAND implementation of the given function. Fine. Okay, let's look into another example. Here the given expression is going to be implemented using NOR gates alone. Okay, so the given expression consists of two max terms. Okay, so this two max terms can be implemented using two OR gates. This is the x plus y and this is the y plus z. Fine. These two OR gates are multiplied with the help of this AND gate. Okay, so this is the given AOI logic of the given expression. Fine. Now we need to convert this one to the NOR gates, right? So what we have to do, we need to put the one bubble at the output of each OR gate. We need to put one bubble at the output of each OR gate, and we need to put bubble at each input line of the AND gate. We need to put bubble at each input line of the AND gate. Okay, so here we are putting one bubble and here also we are putting one bubble. Okay, so on the same line we are having two bubbles, and so the bubbling effect gets cancelled. Okay, so we are having two bubbles on the same line. So this according to the double inversion law, this inverted or the bubble effect gets cancelled. Fine. Now in the next step we need to convert this input bubble to AND with NOR gate. Okay, so in the final expression we'll be getting three NOR gates to implement this given function. Okay, now let's look into how to implement a half adder using NAND. As you know, half adder is nothing but a circuit which is meant for a 2-bit addition, and this circuit generates two outputs, sum and carry. Sum is equal to a bar b plus a b bar and carry is equal to a into b. Okay, so first we need to implement this using AND, OR and inverter gates, then convert each gate to the NAND gate. Okay, and we'll be getting the finalized expression which consists of only NAND gates, and it produces two outputs, sum and carry. Okay. So in this video we discussed about the universal gates, how to implement a Boolean function using universal gates. Thank you.